Hey everyone, I'm Amena, and welcome back, explorers, to my vlog. And also, for everyone else, be welcome, make yourselves at home, and explore my channel to your heart's content. You might find something you like. And if you do, feel free to leave a like and or subscribe. You can also leave comments down below in the comment section. And of course, if you do subscribe, make sure to hit the notification bell to be apprised of all my uploads. Now, on to the actual subjects I wanted to talk about. And obviously, this intro that I'm working on, it's a work in progress that will be continuously being worked on in my vlog because I don't want to take a chance in my other videos that it might not work out. But either way, enough on that subject. It's time to go on to my next subject. Now, there are a number of what I like to call chat room games. These are games that are created around the idea of social media. You know, obviously Omegle is a giant chat room, but that's more chat room than game. On the other hand, you have things like, oh, Gaia Online, which is basically a chat room game for kids. And yeah, some adults play it simply to stay in contact with their grandchildren, and there's nothing wrong with that. Besides, it's a way for adults to make sure their little ones are being safe. Now, so there's that. I learned about Second Life before I learned about Gaia Online or IMVU. Gaia Online is like the children's thing. IMVU is more teen to adult, but it's closer to Gaia Online. And finally, you have Second Life. And of course, after I did Second Life, I found out about In-Worlds, which I tried for a little bit, but I couldn't stand it because it was silent. No matter where I went, no music whatsoever. I couldn't stand it. So, yeah, didn't stay there very long. So I don't know if things have changed, but I don't know if I'll ever try it again. Maybe. I don't know. But that being said, there's also VR chat, which I'm not sure about it, but there might be a way to download that app without actually using Steam. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But there are other chat room games like In-Worlds and IMVU and Second Life and VR Chat. In-Worlds is just one of many. Sansar is another, which I've never actually looked into. That was one of those IMVU earn credits thing. And with that, I would recommend you just stick with daily spins because IMVU will promise you that you can earn this many credits by downloading and making an account with various games and programs. And within 5 minutes after you've done that, you'll get the credits. I'm still waiting on about 50,000 credits from various apps I've done that with. So, yeah, don't believe them. Don't trust them. And for the devs of IMVU, if you're watching this, I suggest you fix your problem. But, that was Sansar I mentioned. Another one that they've done that with is Sciencebase. I've seen that around a couple times. I have tried to actually log into that, but you know what? Crash, crash, crash. So, if I'm having problems logging into and staying in Second Life, yeah, I need a beefier PC. Now, I find out about Abacan Life, and I think that chat room game is like it's a step up from IMVU, but a step down from Second Life, where your avatars aren't exactly the greatest looking. They remind me more of The Sims, and you can move around. But that's about it. I might actually try that out, seeing as right now, all I can really do is do exploring with IMVU. I might be able to do it with African Life. I don't know. But the biggest drawback to things like this is they are always online apps. So if you don't have any internet connection, sorry, you can't play it. But I just figured I'd touch upon that because I didn't realize exactly how many chat room games there truly were. There's a lot of them. So just shop around. You might find something you like or not. And on to my next subject. Swipe right or left or I don't know. uh, okay, now on to the next. 3, 2, 1. Okay, now on to the next subject. And wouldn't you know it, it's more to do with the games. Now, I think I talked about itch.io before. It has a lot of demo games and indie games and stuff like that. Another game site that's like that is Game Jolt. And these are game sites where you can actually download the games and own them. So there's nothing to do with installing. You could install them into apps for those things, but from what I understand, well, from my own personal experience, if you get the itch.io app, you have to be able to be online for it. Steam is the one that you can be offline and still access games that don't need to be online. Now, Game Jolt, I don't know how that's going to work. I know they're working on an app for it. I don't know if it's going to be one of those ones where you can install games. But I do know that if you go to their site, you can download games from it. Now, one of the games that I did find that I didn't realize came from there was Minecraft A Dimensional Mess. No, Minecraft A Dimensional Mess Disaster. I don't know if it's done. I just know that from what I read, the dev on that particular game didn't have any more motivation to keep going with it. So it's been stopped. So I don't know if it's done. Who knows? But there's something else. I did manage to find one game called Tattletop, which I did download, and before I literally will play that game, because it's a fan-made game of an actual game called Tattletale. A horror of any kind, game-wise or not, is not exactly my cup of tea per se. I'm more into the building and farming games. Well, you kind of figured that with Minecraft and all the farming stuff I do. And I do mean farming as in crops. But, before I get any further off track, with itch.io, they have demos of actual games and stuff that I can get from Steam. I already got one, but I have not done the gameplay of the demo, which I will do. I will actually record the gameplay of the demos before I actually do the recorded gameplay of the actual game that I'm playing. So, yeah, I'm not gonna say what it was. Just that I already have one of the games that I thought I was gonna play and record the demo for before it was available on Steam. I guess not. And sadly, there are other games that are already available on Steam, but the demos are like, do I really want to buy this? So, yeah. Um, and as I said before, online games. There are a couple online games that I do want to actually go to their sites. Um, Star Stables is one of them because it's the one that I'm thinking about. RuneScape has one. Blade and Soul is another one, and I can't remember them all, but yeah, I want to try them. I just want to try the different things. If I don't like it, I don't like it. It may not be necessarily in my Exploring the Multiverse series, because that was specifically for my free-to-play games that I was interested in playing. That's what it was to begin with first. Then I got gifted some games. So it's like, why don't I do that because I got it free? So, we've got the free-to-play games that I want to try, that I'm doing. I've also gotten some free games, which I want to try. And, of course, the whole thing is, if the game is free, it should appear in Exploring the Multiverse. At least that's what I think. So, free weekends count. And on that note, I think it's time for me to bring this episode to a close. So, seeing as I already did my typical outro in the intro, I will leave you guys with this instead. As always, be true to you. Amena, signing out.
Tell me like a Hellcat.